Hey guys, this is Tom Box. Welcome to MST.TV, and today we are celebrating a major victory with Julio Mendoza. Welcome to the channel once again.
Hello.
This is your second time here. Again, actually for the same reason. You hit first place this time for your Phantom Knights in your Remote Duel Invitational Qualifier. So we'll be seeing you on Yu-Gi-Oh! TV very soon.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't scrub out this time. But
I'm rooting for you. You know I'm rooting for you. I think a lot of people are rooting for you because you entered this tournament with Phantom Knights, continuing the legacy of how you came onto this channel the first time. But also, I think by now you are the Phantom Knight King. Your build's quite different from before. And of course, guys, check out July TCG on Twitch. You will find this handsome gentleman playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or maybe other things. I don't know. What is your stream about anyway?
I would say that I just mainly stream locals and just remote duel.
Okay.
I just try to focus on just proving that Phantom Knights can contend with the meta. I feel like I just try to like prove a point that this deck is not hot garbage as coded by some people. But I mean, it works. I did better than the people who talk shit, but hey, I mean, it wins.
I absolutely agree. It is a very impressive win. Your list is actually quite different from your last one, so I want you to be able to deliver this update to people, how you managed to play, how you updated the deck to adapt to the current meta. And I also have a couple of hot questions for you about, the future. Since we are so close to a ban list, I feel like I should include you into this as well. First of all, let's give out some shoutouts.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
For shoutouts, I got Andres Perez, or aka Anthrax fan, on my Discord, and I think he's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber as well. He's also a Phantom Knight enthusiast, and he helps me out a lot as far as preparing my decks, and I get his input, which is also very helpful. Shout out to Angel Sanchez. He's the one who initially helped me back a year ago. I think this is a year ago since I came back into the game. He pretty much just showed me like just how the game works. Now with link summoning. And he also wiped me with dinos, so I learned how to play better against that deck. I would like to give a shout out to Top Cynics. He's my artist for my emotes and my technical guy, and he's very helpful. So well-deserved shout out to him. I'd like to thank everybody in my Discord. I appreciate their support during the RDIQ. It really did help me out, considering that I was feeling like a bit under the weather.
You all right?
The weather. Yeah, I'm fine. It's nothing too serious, but. And also, just lastly, just a quick shout out to my wife, just for supporting me and just just letting me do this.
Yeah,
So,
the wives they're the #1 supporter. All right, so let's go into your round to round.
Round to round for round one, I played I think Shadal, Dogmatica, Invoked. I would say that was like a quick I think it was like a 2-1. I was a little bit discouraged at the game one because I bricked with like all hand traps. But luckily the miracle happened and he didn't draw an invocation when I ashed his Alistair. So from there he just extended into like Almirage, Secure Gardener, Ecclesia, and then on the Maximus summon I just dropped a nib on him and he just passed it. From there I just took it.
Well done.
Link 2, I played against D-Link.
Okay.
I would say that was a 2-1. For round 3, that was like a 2-1. It was actually one of my most memorable matchups, and actually reminded me of one of your videos. I think it involved the Imperial Order ruling and having exactly 700 life points left. So,
no, yes. He paid life till he died?
Yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Did you guys have like a ruling argument?
No, he was pretty on board with it. He seemed like somebody who knew his rulings.
Yeah.
I think I played him a couple times at past invitationals, so I would say he's a pretty knowledgeable duelist.
I mean, well secured victory right there.
Definitely just fortunate that Shen burn, Gossip Shadow burn, Verte attack, and Dragoon attack leaves him at 700, and just
well done.
Pass for game. Next round was Drytron, my only loss. Yeah. I will say when it comes to this matchup, it's just a die roll. It's very it pretty much calls the match unless they like brick. It was a 2-1, and then game 3 I didn't have any hand traps, and he just said no to like everything that I tried to do.
Now so far, all your rounds, it's never been a clean 2-0. I mean, it's pretty stressful playing every game into 2-1.
Yeah, so far it's been compared to like my first RDIQ, I think this one's been like the most stressful one. But I don't think there were many 2-0s aside. I think maybe for like the finals, I think.
Okay. So going on to round 5.
Round 5, that was at Emancipator, something that I didn't expect to see, but it was a good match, 2-1, and nothing really too significant about that matchup.
And to conclude out your, I guess your Swiss rounds, round 6.
Round 6 is something that I'm most known to lose, and it is the PK mirror.
But you're the Phantom Knight King.
I don't know. It's just something that I try to get off my reputation, but I continue to lose my PK matchups. But fortunately, I managed to secure a 2-1 victory against this guy. So.
Oh man, you guys are fighting for the title. You guys are fighting for the Phantom Knight King title.
Yeah, I had to let him put him in his place.
All right, so next we move on to round 7, or rather than calling it round 7, now we're into top cut round 1. Top
cut round 1 was Tri-Zoo, and this is something I was expecting to play more, but it was my only Tri-Zoo matchup. I think that one was a 2-0, and I don't think really anything too significant aside from dropping the contact C on his normal summon Zoo.
Oh, feels good.
I think, yeah, it feels good, and I pretty much just wanted to be the game.
Okay.
Next match was a rematch against the Virtual World player. I would say that was it was a 2-1 match, and I would say like nothing too significant about that one.
Okay.
And
no burn this time. No burn this time.
No, he didn't shoot himself in the foot. And my last match was something that I actually redeemed myself, because that was the Drytron player who beat me, and I got lucky and I won the die roll, and the 3 material Apollosa with double fog blade was enough to stop him.
Yep.
For game 1, and then game 2, I think I just opened up like the best possible hand that you can ask for. I think I opened up a Cycle Reader, Ash, Fog Blade, Tour Guide, and a Droplet. So I just Cycle Readered his Ben 10 and Zeta, Ash his Nova, and from there I think he just Cyber Emergency to get Gamma, and then from there I'm just like, he's gonna make Dragoon. There's nothing else, and he made the Dragoon, and from there I kind of knew that the match was won, considering that I had the Droplet in hand.
Oh yeah.
So.
pretty good, solid run.
And congrats to him for making the Invitational. So.
I guess we'll be seeing more of him as well. Congrats on making it. I think I like it because it wasn't Tri-Brigade Zoo. It wasn't Drytron going all the way through. I like it because it's Phantom Knights. That's something that I'm pretty excited about. And when I saw your build, I got pretty excited. So guys, smash that thumbs up button. And don't forget to check out July TCG. Just go there right now. Just go check it out. Go hit that follow button. It'll mean the world to me, and it'll mean the world to Julio.
Yeah.
All right. So. Alright, time for some hot questions. This part of the video was actually recorded after the ban list came out, so we can get a little bit more insight, alright? Since, there's a survival of Dragoon, which is pretty important. Yeah. And, you know what? Let's start off with, what is the toughest matchup throughout the entire tournament?
The toughest matchup for me, I'd have to say, was Drytron. Because my deck doesn't really have a problem breaking boards. Hitting an Imperm or 2, maybe like in the Savage Navy, maybe like a Heretic Seal Balance. But the thing is, I need to activate my cards. I need to ensure my monsters are actually special summoned to break a board. And with Herald of Ultiminus, on top of that with the Dragoon, for the Drytron matchup, it makes that even harder. So that will definitely have to go to the Drytron matchup.
Okay. So. Now, since the Dragoon package is still live, Verte's still live, now that you're going to have an option, do you prefer looking into, say, the Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer over the Dragoon, or is Dragoon still like the mainstay?
I would say right now I'll probably stick to Dragoon, since that's kind of what I'm used to. However, that doesn't exactly rule out, that I'm not going to test out the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. I would say that Dragoon could potentially be stronger than Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, merely because the OCG doesn't have it. So I'm definitely gonna try out both. I would say Dragoon more than the other, because that's kind of what I'm used to.
Okay.
So.
And now, seeing that the Dragoon's still around, does it even give room for like the rank up magic package to come back? The Requiem Dragon.
I would say when it comes to the rank up magic, I really do love, just bringing out Requiem Dragon, since that's kind of like how I got used to playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in like last year around this time. I do have my Requiem still. I'll always have it. But the thing is that it's not gonna be as competitive right now, considering that Imperm and Valor are around now in the format, and if they tag that onto your Rusty, it's kind of gonna make it a little more difficult for any PK player to get out those two dark level 4s. So I would say when it comes to just being in a more competitive environment, just the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer and the Dragoon package is definitely something that'll make the PKs more competitive and more flexible in specific situations as compared to the Requiem build.
Okay. And like, does Crossout Designator change anything for you?
Crossout Designator? I mean, I'm definitely gonna start, siding in the one-ups, maybe like the Dark Ruler No Mores. Other than that, I mean, I think I could have just gone with the Crossout Designator, but if it's here, I mean, might as well just use it. But
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna test out at least 2 in my deck. I feel like my deck's pretty tight. I'm definitely not gonna put 3 in mine. So.
Okay. And okay, post Burst of Destiny, which deck seems the scariest to you?
So from what we talked about, and from what I've seen around, the main threat that I've been seeing from Burst of Destiny is Flundries, because I've seen. I think I was coaching somebody who's playing PK, and I was like, "Oh, I can't really give you much up against this deck because I'm not really too well informed about it." And then I started seeing what this deck can actually bring, how they can essentially just bring out Apex Avion, normal summon, tribute summon on your turn, bring out like the barrier statue of Stormwinds. I'm from like that moment. I'm just like, I think this is gonna be a problem, but I haven't really looked too much into it until we talked. But I feel like that's definitely something that people shouldn't really be so dismissive on, because considering exactly like how much the deck can do.
Yeah. I think it is also a very underrated matchup for a lot of people personally. I played it a lot recently, and I can say that there's a lot of people ending their boards wrong. A lot of people actually don't know how to open the board properly. They're like, oh yeah, it does like do some cookie cutter plays, but they can do a lot more. If you guys realize that continuous spell is not once per turn, if they land 2 tribute summons, they'll rip 2 cards on your board. It's a big yikes. It's a big yikes for me. So don't underestimate that deck, and it's for good reason. But yes, all right. You know what? Let's get into the next part. So starting off into your lineup, you have boom, a triple Torn Scales, a triple Silent Boots. We have a pair of Ancient Cloak, 1 Racket Gloves, and finally 1 Stained Greaves. As for the lineup here, you have a lot of level 3 extenders. You have triple Tour Guide. I'm really concerned for this one getting negated personally, but that's just me. But you seem to have ways to actually circumvent that and work around it. But you also, of course, the 2 Running Abyss monsters, Graph and Seer, to cycle out your darks. Kagemucha Knight. So yeah, this is where all the level 3 extenders start to kick in. I don't think these were in your build previously.
Kagemucha Knight, I think it was a 3 of, but I decided to cut it because the whole point of Kagemucha is mainly to just chain block Tour Guide, from the Ash, but with Emperor and Valor, it's kind of like, I mean, it's not really that useful compared to like other formats.
And we have your Upstart Goblin monsters. We have both Danger Jackalope and Tsuchinoko, mainly because they're level 3. We have the Psychic Wielder, and we have Tracker and Junk Forward. And most of these, because they are warrior monsters, I see the Rhoda already down in the copy right there. Hand trap wise, your lineup is very specific, actually. You have triple Ash Blossom, that's standard, but the triple Phantasme and the double Nibiru, why this particular lineup?
For the Phantasma, I just wanted something to, I guess, let me, I guess like better my hand, as far as, if I happen to draw the BA bricks or even the Dragoon package, and just having that negate also does help. And also with the Nib, it kind of goes back to the whole Phantasme thing. It helps me prepare for my next turn, and if I draw a Nib off of that, it's a more impactful, I guess, card that I can use on my opponent's turn to kind of, just help me out depending on the matchup, if it's like D-Link or Prank Kids. So I kind of wanted something to, help me for next turn.
Okay. No, makes sense. Makes sense. Spell lineup, you have a total of 9 spells. We have 1 Rhoda for all the warrior monsters, 1 Call of the Grave, 1 E-Telly for the psychics, 2 Chalice, and triple Droplet. For the Chalice here, why Chalice over the Imperm?
I'll say Chalice mainly because it helps me out with specific matchups. I would say the main reasoning would be for Prank Kids and Tri Brigade, considering that you could just tag that onto the Battle Butler, or even for Tri Brigade, you could just hit that onto the Shurag or the Appaloosa, and just makes it a little bit easier. But even for like in the I think round 2 D-Link, it just helped me out because I just challenged their Heavenly Sphere.
Yeah.
So yeah, that and the Savage. I think I dangered and I drew into another one, so I just took care of the Savage there. So it really did shine this in this qualifier. And the reason for no imperm is mainly because I didn't want it to conflict with the Shade Brigadine. Because if I activate the Shade or activate the imperm on my turn, I have a dead card. If I happen to open it up, along with the imperm, and it kind of just limits me from further extending and just getting to my desired end board. So
okay. And for traps, well, triple Fog Blade and the one Shade, and the rest of it is just the Dragoon package. This is the 9th spell. All right. Actually, before we get into the extra deck, this kind of explains why the extra deck's missing a couple of cards I would be thinking of. You're not playing any of the rank up magics.
Yeah. I decided to cut that out a while ago, merely because of the fact that I think Imperm and Valor were kind of around, and it kind of just limited me from getting me to my desired end board. And I also realized that the Dragoon package does make the deck more flexible when it comes to like getting hand trapped or even just getting nibbed. So it's kind of just a good backup plan. If all else fails, or along with that, just putting it on my desired end board.
That actually explains one of the extra deck cards in there. So in your extra deck, we have Rusty, best card in the deck, more or less. One Cherubini, one of the best starters. We have for flexibility, we have Phoenix and Unicorn, Axis Kotarka, of course, very, very powerful. Also Dark, Appaloosa. Link Spider, I'm guessing that's for the Nibiru token. That's where it comes from. You're using the Nibiru token, and if you have the additional monster, which you usually do, having the graveyard to summon out, whether it be from Fog Blade or anything, you can generate the monster, go into Verte Anaconda, and then you can go into Dragoon. I like that follow-up actually quite a bit. Of course, Dragoon. That's why there's probably none of the Arc Rebellion NXT's a Requiem Dragon. And we have Leviair, Revival, really good. Double Break Sword. Wow. Doubling up on this one.
Yeah, all you really need is the 2. Considering that, I mean, all you really need is you only need 1 because you only play the one level 4 Dark XC, with that being Evil Sword Nightmare, and sometimes I just use my Break Sword turn 1 to pop itself to just bring out 2 PKs to just make the Verte. So I feel like 2 is really needed.
Oh, it's flexible to go into like 2 monsters. All right, and we have one Downer Magician, and as for stacking, for of course Zeus. Sideboard. Now this is probably a really important part. We have one Pankratops. I don't think to really explain Pankratops. It's just a good card in general. We have triple Cycle Reader for the Drytron matchup. Triple Contact C for Zoo Tri Brigade matchup, I'm assuming.
Zoo Tri Brigade, Prank Kids, if I happen to face it.
So. And Prank Kids, of course, yeah. Any Link 1 deck that just likes to use their own material. Something along those lines. Feather Duster, double triple Tactics Talent, and the back row blowouts.
Yeah, I was really paranoid about Altergeist because purple card decks really they really hurt. So I kind of wanted to have that base covered. Because I think I've been seeing a resurgence in Altergeist, and that's one of my toughest matchups. So. Okay,
no, that's fair. Fair choice. Now, I kind of want to know what your end board looks like. It'd be fair to kind of sample, say, the Tour Guide. Tour Guide should be your 1-card combo, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a go. All right, so we're going to do a quick end board combo. I want to know what the end board is, especially without the rank up magics and the Requiem Dragons. So we're going to do starting off with the Tour Guide. Tour Guide summon. Let's start off with what we know. Tour Guide into Graph. Graph is negated, won't pop itself. And from here, Cherubini is the best bet. And then we're going to activate the Graph, get out our Seer. And then we're going to activate Cherubini. Pay cost. Cost is to send a card from the deck to graveyard. What a great cost. Foolish Burial. And the card that we are going to send into the graveyard is, what is it exactly? It's Gloves.
Yes. Okay. It's a little bit of insurance just in case you get nibbed on the Rusty summon.
Okay. And what's next? Do we use Gloves or?
Oh, no, you don't want to use the Gloves. From here, you're just going to want to make the Rusty with the Cherubini at this here.
Rusty's been made, and we're going to activate the Seer to summon back the Cherubini, and nice names and nice, link rating rather. From here,
activate the Rusty, and what you're going to be doing is dumping a cloak and setting a Shade Brigandine.
Dumping the cloak, setting shade. So this is why you don't play Imperm.
Definitely, yeah.
We're gonna activate the shade. Does it matter where I put it?
It doesn't really matter.
All right, we'll just put it right here.
You're gonna want to activate the cloak.
Cloak's been activated.
You're gonna add yourself a copy of boots.
Boots, free summon.
Yep. You're just gonna summon the boots.
Special summon boots. Oops, here we go.
And from here, you're just gonna make an Apollosa with the shade, Cherubini, and the boots.
These three. I like the start. So we go into this.
And now what you're gonna want to do is tag out your gloves for a Torn Scales.
So, all right, Torn Scale been milled to the grave.
Yep. And now you're gonna want to trigger your Torn Scales by banishing the boots.
Boots.
You're gonna want to add a the last target
Fog Blade. That's gonna proc.
Yep. Trigger Torn, and then from here you're just gonna activate the on-field effect. Link zones or the zones don't matter. So ditch the Fog Blade.
Ditch the Fog Blade.
Now you're just gonna dump a copy of Cloak.
Now putting Cloak back in.
Okay, and then just activate the Fog Blade Engrave to bring back your Cloak.
Ooh.
Attack mode.
Attack mode.
Yeah, from here you're gonna want to trigger your Cloak effect to boost up your Rusty.
Boost Rusty. Rusty strong. Go to defense mode. And now we go into what do we go into?
From here, there's one of two options. You can either make the Break Sword, considering that you have the Torn Scales and the Cloak, you already have decent follow-up. But if you want more, one thing that you can do is you can make a Levy Air to bring back a Boots, just in case you want other resources. But I typically just make a Break Sword if I already have a Cloak and a Torn Scales.
Okay.
It's a Break Sword.
Let's do Break Sword.
Yep, into the Rusty Arrow. And trigger to pop it. From here, you're just gonna want to bring back the 2.
Now the level 4.
So. Yes. Level 4 dark, and then with the 2, you're just gonna link them away to make a Verte.
Ooh.
And now you're just gonna activate the Verte.
And okay, what's it gonna hurt? Ow. And the Goon is on board. I'm sorry, people just now hated this video because Dragoon is on board. So if like Destiny Fusion was available, I mean, you probably just like do the little switcheroo. Would you actually play 3 copies of Destiny Fusion though, or Fusion Destiny? Since that card technically can be activated at the end of any combo.
I'm not entirely sure yet.
Okay. Well, I look forward to you finding out your answer.
Just gonna look out for my deck profile on my YouTube channel. So.
Yeah. Check it out when that happens, or maybe during your practice runs or your test sessions. Probably go check out July TCG on Twitch. I'd be looking forward to it. So, all right. So, thank you so much for showing me your awesome deck profile, and congratulations on your remote duel invitational qualifier. I'll see you on Yu-Gi-Oh TV very soon. I look forward to you crushing the competition. Once again, shout outs for you.
I'll say just once again, just shout out to my wife for supporting me in this. So,
all right. So. That's all I got for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button. If you guys want to see more stuff from MST.TV, hit the subscribe button, ding the notification bell, and check out MSTmerch.com if you guys want to get some awesome new sleeves and new, I guess, deck dividers. Sorry, not deck dividers, box dividers, card dividers for your boxes, your bulk, and of course over sleeves for your foil sleeves as well. Thank you guys. Check it out, and check out, of course, July Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'll see you guys in the next one.